Lauren Tracy. She is one of our patients. I asked her, was it a week ago, Lauren, when we called you up, whether you would talk about the disease? She had a lot of plans. She is a busy young woman, but she canceled a few things to be here and to tell you about her disease. So please extend a warm welcome to her.
Hi, my name is Lauren, and my name is Lauren Tracy. I'm a 15-year-old patient at Cincinnati Children's Hospital, and I would like to thank everyone for being here, and I would also like to thank the research team for inviting me to speak tonight. So I'll just go ahead and get started. I was first diagnosed with Crohn's disease, IBD, when I was 13 years old, and then after some imaging, after an MRI for the Crohn's, they had then found something peculiar around the liver area, so they kind of went into that a little more, and then that was whenever I was diagnosed with PSC, or autoimmune liver disease, at 14. And this diagnosis of PSC was a surprise because I hadn't experienced any alarming symptoms of it previously regarding the PSC or the liver in general. But when I was diagnosed, the surgeon had to put a stent in my bile duct because it had blockage and was unable to flow the bile through properly. This stent had to be removed and replaced every 6 to 8 weeks if the bile duct had not stayed open. But thankfully, whenever the stent was removed, the bile duct stayed open, and I didn't need to get it replaced. And I thank God for this. There may be times in the future, however, when I do have to get another stent put in, but for now, I'm glad I do not have one at the moment. My symptoms started 3 months after the diagnosis. I had started itching around multiple places on my body, and it was actually hard to sleep at night, so I had to take allergy medicine, Benadryl, to help me sleep at night in order for the itching to go away. Having PSC is a constant struggle that interferes with daily life. My doctor had told me that Crohn's disease affects the liver, and if I can keep the Crohn's in remission, it will help slow down the progression of my PSC. So therefore, I've been on a very strict diet. So I've cut out grains, gluten, and dairy to keep the Crohn's inflammation down so that the PSC can, it's not going to stop, but so the PSC can decrease the time of its progression. And with the diet of no gluten, grains, or dairy, are in many foods. And so with such limitations, sometimes I can feel out of place from others, like with friends or with family. And I was told at 14 that I would need a liver transplant in my 20s. Now, hearing this was hard to process after a while because in my 20s, that's when I'm thinking I should go to college and be independent. And as of now, I would actually like to pursue a medical career and become a surgeon. But I've learned to face the reality that I will always have goals and ambitions that my body simply cannot live up to. And what I mean by this, to further illustrate what I mean by this, I'm a tennis player. So I play varsity at my high school and compete in a high performance class at a tennis club. And this past spring, my high school had made it to state. However, I couldn't compete because of joint pain due to the Crohn's, and joint pain and Crohn's ties in to the PSC. So that was a big disappointment. But, that's just it's part of it, and I'm praying for a cure. But thank you for listening to my story. I'm just one of so many people that are living with this disease, and we desperately need a cure. In fact, my pastor had PSC and IBD, and he actually passed away last year of liver cancer, which is a risk with PSC, and doctor had hit on that. But I wish there could have been a cure for him, as he was only 55 years old when he had passed with liver cancer. And therefore, I am participating in research for him, as well as so many others with this disease. But ultimately, I believe in God and know that He can heal me. Whether I am or am not healed, I will continue to put my trust in Him and participate in research for a cure. I strongly believe that if this disease is talked about more and supported by events such as this, that a cure can and will be found. So thank you again for your time.
Lauren, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. Yuan, can you come up here? We have maybe 2 more minutes for question. If anyone has a question, if a question is not in English, Chinese, we can actually translate it. And if it is in German, I can translate it too. So if there are any questions, especially to Lauren or to the two of us on what we are doing, please do it now, and then we enjoy the concert afterwards. No question? Now then, I think we go ahead with